Hello everyone, and welcome to some more sweet Dark Souls 3 PvP invasion action. Rehvion was streaming, as he usually does, and I actually had some free time, so I was watching Rehvion stream and I was trying to invade with him. And these invasions in this video are sort of the highlights of the invasions I had whilst I was trying to invade with him. I did actually manage to get into one of his invasions, which I was extremely pleased with, and seeing myself on the stream was very exciting for me, so I was dead pleased with that. So yeah, we started off at sort of around soul level 30. He was playing a soul level 45 character in the Catacombs. I mean, the closest I've got is soul level 30, and so I was a little bit underpowered for this area since I was only rocking +3 weapons. But I was doing well enough. So the first one was a nice little 1v1 down here. He almost pushes me off the ledge there with his R1 spamming. But, you know, a vision of things to come, maybe? Who knows? So, I don't mind these 1v1s usually, as long as they're not around the bonfire, where the host has easy access to summon signs. Having a 1v1 sort of semi-invader duel is always fun, and this guy was pretty good. He was willing to go at it, and so I've got the he's got no route of escape because obviously the demon's to my back and he can't get up the ladder to escape. And he mistimes his roll, and down to the depths he goes. So GG that guy. On to the next one. So this next invasion was still in the Catacombs with my soul level 30 poise guy, and this is a good old 3v1 with a host and 2 blue spirits. And I was running around trying to find the host and I couldn't find him, and so I see a blue get summoned and I'm like, alright, let's just go deal with the blue. God, did I ever tell you how much I hate fucking great swords running attacks? Because they fucking suck. Oh, I wish they had the ultra grip sort of animation where you sort of lunge your sword forward instead of doing that stupid fucking twirly whirly. So the blue gets trapped by the slug and starts to get eaten. And I have no idea how long that animation lasted. It's so I was there swinging away on him, going, "God, he's got to break free now." All right, he's got to break free now. But yes, we end up swinging on him like a madman host. And finally our host has arrived. He's using the stone palmer, I think, and the uchi. So I've got all this nice distracting PvP for me. The blue's using the good old Farron meme sword. And because I've adjusted this build and stacked on as much poise as sort of humanely possible, I'm able to swing through one-handed ultra great hits. I don't think I'm able to swing through it indefinitely, but one hit of it I can definitely swing through, which really puts me at an advantage when fighting the meme sword. Try and circle around for a backstab, and the second blue shows up. This guy was a good sport. I like fighting him. He wasn't, you know, overly fantastic. He was a little bit too aggressive, which and he gets a few whacks from me. But he was a good sport at the when the invasion was over. See, I've noticed, sort of going to and from my different level characters, that doing a poise build sort of around this level is a lot more, I don't know, there's a lot fewer risks involved with making trades at this level, because everyone's damage is so low. You can actively look for trades and, you know, not be too worried about the damage you're going to be taking whilst making the trade, even with multiple people, because everyone's damage is so low. So I highly recommend poise builds at this level. So they're chasing me down, so I'm trying to sort of kite them up and down this corridor. I think the Carthus guy hasn't been procced yet, but I don't want to just go running straight towards him and you know, end up getting seeded. So fortunately they're being sort of quite aggressive and sort of falling for my kiting trick, but those fucking Uchi-Katana running R1s are an absolute pain in the arse. When you're being chased by people and someone's got a fucking Uchi, it's such a pain in the balls to get your turn and burns out. You see, I managed to tank through a one-handed ultra swing there. That's so good. Like, a lot of the sort of the inexperienced PvE players who like to use their ultras one-handed sort of most of the time, whilst having a shield and off fantasy. I get to go on Mr. Bones' wild ride there. I'll get fucking taken to town by it. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? The ultras one-handed. A lot of players like to use ultras one-handed if they sort of don't understand one of the benefits of two-handing those kind of weapons. And so being able to poise through that with something as small as a fucking bastard sword is a real boon, especially when you're fighting multiple opponents at this level. And I've been working my way through the bundles. If you haven't used, if you're doing sort of a low-level character, and most of your weapons are going to be either raw infused or, you know, maybe heavy and maybe sharp. Putting these bundles on your build really helps with your damage output. They do a lot more damage than resins. They don't last nearly as long, obviously. I think only 5 seconds, but you can keep ripping them. You can have the charcoal pine and the gold pine bundles there, and it really helps with your damage output with dealing with people. You see, the first blue's dead, and now it's just a case of dealing with the host and the remaining blue. And they're still being very aggressive, and you see I knock the host down there and he doesn't heal, but he's still being very aggressive, which will ultimately be his downfall. So GG guys. You see, kill the host, the blue gives me a nice L1 dance, so good on you blue, thank you very much. So after having some fun in the Catacombs, Rehvion moved on to his soul level 55, I think his character was. And we moved over to Arathor, so I move on to my soul level 60 character, and oh god, I've forgotten how much of a beast this guy is. I watched a video by one of my subscribers, Sylvester, who's using this build, and he put together a cool montage of invasions at this level, and it sort of inspired me to want to go back, and this was a perfect opportunity to come back to soul level 60. So yeah, sneaky Phantom trying to get me out of Chameleon to Crystal Soul spear me in the face, and fucking hell, that damage he's doing is insane. But you'll see why in a second. But yeah, get 2 R1s on the host. S-stock, tears pop, S-stock, dead. Fucking Christ, that damage, man, is so good. So I give the Phantom a few wiggles, and then I hit him. Look how little vigor he has. Why his damage was so off the fucking charts. So this next invasion, little 2v1, and these poor guys trying to deal with the Pontiff Knights at range, Phantom and the host. So slip on my damage ring, the scholar ring, and then oh, this poor guy, dark sword, shield of 1. Sorry mate. Get backstabbed, but you know, don't care. Phantom's dead. Now it's just a case of chasing this guy down. And he's not running, so he's remaining aggressive, but sort of it might have been more beneficial for him to retreat at that point. Yeah, I get the nice weapon art turn and burn, some nice tasty damage. You know, I like the claymore, I like the bastard sword. Claymore fucking weapon arts are great. You're doing surprise turn and burns. I think you get counter damage on them. I think they count as thrust. So the weapon art R2s, you can get some good counter damage. So GG. So for this next one, it's another 1v1. Guy using Smo's hammer of all things. It's a weapon you never really see, even among the Great Hammer class. The Smo's hammer always gets overlooked, but it's got fantastic meme potential, and that means an awful lot in this game. So he's doing this old trick where he'll walk listly away, wait for you to approach him to stab him, and then he'll do his turn and burns using his poise to you know, outrage you. But you know, I have a crossbow, so you know that trick isn't going to work, mate. Sorry. So get some nice R1 spammage on him there. Trying to punish with the crossbow where I can, and I whip out the S-stock. The S-stock's going to be a lot better at punishing, getting in and out of those big ultra great hammer swings. Deny him his drink, his precious drink, and he gets crossbow killed. Like I said before, said a million times, crossbows, man, they're fucking good. Right, now this invasion with this party. This was the party that I invaded with Rehvion. Not this invasion, it's the next one, but we get to see a taste of what these guys are capable of doing, which isn't all that much. We got a host and 2 password summon Sunbros. So they've already killed another invader, so I was like, oh baby, here we go, we got us some dried fingers. Really hoping that Rehvion was going to turn up. So I was like, right, okay, I'm not going to go fight 3 of them at the same time, let's cut them up to the enemies. and have some artillery support from the fire witches and the... I'll tell you what, those Arathor slaves do some fucking damage if you let them. Like, Jesus Christ, I've probably died more times to them than I have to fucking Pontiff Knights. You underestimate them so much. So, here we go. Try and go for the backstab on the wizard. Doesn't work. See, the host, I don't think he attacked... I invade these guys 3 times, and I don't think the host attacks me once. He's sort of waltzing through the game whilst the 2 password summoned Sunbros kill off all the enemies, whilst the host listfully walks behind, picking up all the fucking items. You know, it makes me sad. You miss out on so much when you play the game that way. But oh well. So now we've got the fire witches involved. Excellent PvE backup, as I'm sure all of you guys know. Those fire columns they shoot out really fucking do some good work. And so I'm able to use this to split up the party whilst they're dealing with all this nonsense. I get to have some nice alone time with the host, Mr. Panicked PvE host. Learn to play the game, please. You'll have more fun this way. And he gets butt poked for being a coward. So GG guys. Right, now for this invasion, you see him there, that's Rehvion using his Avocado Man build, using the Lothric Ultra Greatsword. I was like, yes, finally, I'm in his invasion, let's fucking do this, I'll show him what I can do, show him what I'm made of. So fortunately he's already dealt with the first Sunbro, so he goes after the host and I get left with Mr. Password Summon here. And he spunks all his stamina, so I'm able to easily punish, get some fucking tasty damage. He's low, load up the crossbow, stuns him, go to the airstock, run, poke, car brake, poke again, he's dead. And Rehvion kills the host off screen. So GG guys, and GG Rehvion, you Italian stallion you, love you. Now for the final invasion in Arathor, it's the same guys again. They got the dried fingers on, obviously. They're not summoning the third phantom, so I don't. Maybe they wanted a nice challenger on, but the fucking host isn't doing anything. He's just letting all the fucking summons do all the work. Anyway, yeah. So Sombra gets fucking mushed within a split second, and the host makes a fucking runner, presumed to get and proc the next bonfire. So bye bye, Mr. Host. Have fun. Well, I get to smash down on this guy. Oh, I enjoyed fighting these guys. They were so terrible. It was very fun. Book. Let's just punish with the stock. So GG, Mr. Password Summon. And the host gets absolutely slaughtered by all the PvE. Jesus, play the game. Don't let others play it for you. You'll have so much fun. So now we move on to the Arathor dungeon. I quite enjoy invading in this area. Some quite good PvE backup from the jailers. They're always good fun to fight alongside. So we get a very quick 2v1. Fuck up the plunge attack, don't get it, but I'll take these guys by surprise. See, getting some nice chip damage with that dart weapon. Fucking love it. Kite them down. Take my chug, turn and burn. Dead. GG guys. Wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. So now we have a nice tasty 3v1 with Phantom Mandingo. I see they're down dealing with some of the caged guys, so I'm like, right, okay, get over there, quickly get to the damage ring. I want to push out as much damage as I can to make use of this surprise attack. Mandingo gets fucking backstab. He's out of the equation. Things are a lot easier now. So we got Mr. Pyro and Wizard Host. So I'm a bit cautious about this fucking matchup. Dealing with a caster at the best of times is a pain in the arse, but dealing with 2 casters who are content to just fucking roll everywhere is another thing. So he makes a mistake and switches over to a torch and gets fucking smushed. And now we got a running wizard. He could win the Wizard Olympics with those legs. My goodness, he just does what all wizards do. He will pew pew from afar, and then when it comes to actual combat, he will just fucking roll souls 3 until people come and back him up. So Blue gets summoned in. Blue gets kicked out. GG Blue. Again, wrong place at wrong time, I suppose. Who knows what he was capable of. And now it's a case of dealing with Mr. Wizard before he can roll souls away and summon more people. I think he's got a crystal infused bandit knife of all things. Like get a fucking longsword. Really, it requires almost no stats. It's better than a fucking bandit's knife. Look at those rolls, man. Those fucking rolls. I'm still able to catch him with the S-stock as he's panic rolling, presuming to look for more fucking summon signs. And yeah, we get another blue summoned in, and he's slightly more useful, but not all that useful, as you'll see at the end of the invasion. So I'm trying to chase him down. I'm a bit wary about where this blue's going to turn up, because I didn't quite see where the eye went off to, so I have a quick glance back to see where he was, but he hasn't turned up yet. So those spells aren't going to get me, mate. You're going to have to think of something more creative than that. And then fucking Red gets summoned right at the perfect moment. He just runs into the fucking cage, and the host gets put into the fucking blender. Like, greatsword, ultra greatsword. Oh, and here's the blue. Oh, fucking get some. And then I make a mistake here, and I fucking throw myself off the edge. And I'm like, fuck. Now the other Red's on his own. But, oh, no, they're not. They came down here as well. So I'm not going to say the poor host. He wasn't a poor host. The host gets fucking smushed by that ultra greatsword. Like I've said, good weapon. Try it. And then S-stock. Book. GG, guys. That was good fun. I don't know where that other blue went to, but he obviously wasn't that interested in helping the host. So moving swiftly onwards, we get a really fun 1v1 with someone who obviously understands PvP quite well. You see, I find him and he's using the spike mace, and he knows the sweet 3-hit combo. He's watched Chase the Bro videos. He knows about the spike mace 3-hit combo and how fucking good it is and how much damage it can do. And he's got a nice straight sword parry shield set up for going to after the spike mace. It's done its work. But fortunately, I'm a little bit better than to fall for that. So I'm a bit wary about that parry shield, because I know that the second hit of the greatsword can get parried as well as the third hit from the S-stock. So I'm a bit cautious about spamming on this guy. You see, I only hit the shield that once then. Trying to punish with the crossbow at range when I can, get what damage I can. He gets me with the R1, R2, and he goes to the jumping attack combo, so he knows about that. It's obviously it's not a true combo, but if you're lucky, you can get those 4 hits in. So it's R1, R2, and then straight into jump attack. So blue spirit gets summoned in. So I'm like, right, okay, I'm gonna have to. I can't just fight 2v1 in this sort of narrow area. Let's sort of see if we can set some ambushes. So I try and ambush him at the door, but to no avail. Yeah, and we're sort of playing a little bit of cat and mouse, sort of peeking back and forth, because I don't think he wants to come back in through the level, and I don't particularly want to go in there with the blue. Accidentally roll off the edge, but fortunately the blue gets returned home either by bad connection or he just black crystalled out. But we get a second blue that gets summoned in, Phantom G, and he's using, I think that's the Zweihander or the Astora one-handed, using Kite Shield. And poor guy gets fucking put in the blender. That nice crossbow finish, whilst he's all panic rolling around. Fantastic. So now it's just back to me and this guy, and we've got plenty of time before the next wave of blues show up. He tries to buff in my face and gets a crossbow bolt to the face for it. Playing unlocked against people who obviously understand PvP is a great advantage, because you can sort of manually aim your swing, especially with the bigger weapons, where you can manually aim your swings. Yeah, you can really put people's timings off. So he goes back to the fucking spike mace, and I'm like, oh, that trick isn't going to work on me a second time, mate. So he gets crossbow bolts to the face for trying that combo, and he correctly goes back to the straight sword meta. So I'm able to outspace him. Yeah, that was good. Sort of, I was trying to get him in a roll catch chain, but then I quickly was like, oh shit, yeah, no, he's gonna. If I get too predictable, he's gonna fucking parry me with that. So I delayed my R1 on that roll catch chain, and I managed to get him and punish his whiff parry. Yeah, some nice unlock play there. Stock chase down. Just about miss it. Still get to punish him a little bit with the crossbow. Ooh, some nice outspacing. Goes to the club again. Outspaced. Whiff parry. Death. GG mate, that was really good fun. It's always nice sort of invasion versus duelist. Different kind of fighting mentality. So I've just got a couple of clips at soul level 90. I didn't spend too long after this. I had to go to bed. I had to get up early for work. These two clips were just to sort of demonstrate that I'm going up against a guy with a meme sword, and I've specifically put a great hammer on this build to deal with these kinds of people, because the fucking meme sword is a pain in the arse at the best of times, and just being able to poise completely through their L1 breakdance nonsense is absolutely fantastic. So I go to town on this poor guy. Yeah, I'm still getting some good damage out of the Quake Stone. Can't roll catch for shit though. Guess that's what the crossbow's for. And dead. GG mate. Don't use the meme sword, please. And now for the final invasion. I was quite excited for this one because the host name looked similar to someone that Rehvion was invading. I was like, oh yes, quick! Finally, I get to fight alongside Rehvion again because he was fighting quite a nasty gank. And I was like, right, okay, go to the heavy broadsword so I can quickly finish off this guy. And fucking hell, this guy base figure meta, people. One like, one prayer equals 1 point of figure for this poor host. So I quickly realised this isn't the same guy that Revie was invading, and it's some poor bloke who's put all his stats into fucking int and faith so he could have good damage pyromancy. He's completely neglected his vigour. So unfortunately he doesn't last very long. I mean, look at the fucking damage. Yeah, so those were the invasions I was messing around with, trying to invade with Rehvion. It was good fun. I don't get a lot of time to watch Twitch and watch streams, so this was a nice treat for me. So GG everyone involved, and thank you for watching.